Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are in the final countdown. We're in the last 4 monologues of Julius Caesar before we move on to King John. And today we get to hear from Cassius in Act 5, Scene 3. And you might be saying, wait a second, yesterday we were in Act 5, Scene 1. What's going on? So quick recap of Act 5, Scene 1. Antony and Octavius met with Brutus and Cassius because they're all right outside Philippi, and they were trying to do the, well, can we work this out peaceably? No, we very much cannot work this out peaceably. So they went back to their separate corners waiting for the bell to ring so that they can all go to war and kill each other. And Cassius explained to his dude that he's not feeling so good about where things are going to go. And then Brutus and Cassius had perhaps a tearful farewell as they said, well, you know, if we don't win this might be the last time we ever see each other. And they both sort of agreed that they would rather kill themselves if they're taken captive than actually be led as captives through the streets of Rome. Act 5, Scene 2 is one of those weird little things that Shakespeare does where he likes to put a lot of little teeny tiny scenes together to make war feel really chaotic. So Act 5, Scene 2 is just like 8 lines from Brutus giving Messala a message to take to Cassius, because Brutus and Cassius' troops are not in the same physical spot. Like, they're not attacking from here. Like, one's attacking from here, one's attacking from here. So it's not like Brutus and Cassius sitting on a hill together leading their armies. They are coming from separate camps to do it, so they're not in immediate contact with one another. So then Act 5, Scene 3 starts out with Cassius talking to Titinius, and they're looking at things and they're seeing that stuff isn't going well, and that that Cassius's army seems to be overrun by Antony's army. And they're like, yep, see down there, those tents, those are Cassius's tents, and those are Antony's people coming to burn Cassius's tents, so this does not look good. Pindarus, who is one of Cassius's sort of servants, bondmen, whatever, comes in and is like, you know, get away from here, like, go protect yourself, like, your side is losing, run and seek shelter. So Cassius sends Titinius down to the tents to try to figure out what's going on so he can come back and report on that. And as soon as Titinius runs away, Cassius is like, hey, Pindarus, get up on that hill so you can get a better perspective of what's going on and tell me, what do you see? And Pindarus is like, oh, I see Titinius running in there. Ooh, and he's being surrounded. Ooh, and this is not look. Ooh, they got him. So, yeah, things are not looking good at this moment for Cassius. So he says, come down, behold no more. Oh, coward that I am, to live so long to see my best friend ta'en before my face. Come hither, sirrah. In Parthia did I take thee prisoner, and then I swore thee, saving of thy life, that whatsoever I did bid thee do, thou shouldst attempt it. Come now, keep thine oath. Now be a free man, and with this good sword that ran through Caesar's bowels, search this bosom. Stand not to answer. Here, take thou the hilt, and when my face is covered, as 'tis now, guide thou the sword. Caesar, thou art revenged, even with the sword that killed thee. So that's how Cassius dies. He sees that things are not looking good, and he's about to be beaten at war, and he thinks that Brutus is also going to die, and he just sent Titinius off to be captured. So he gives Pindarus his sword, the same sword that he stabbed Caesar with, and says, kill me. And Pindarus, being the good little servant that he is, does it. Stabs Cassius. Cassius dies. And then Pindarus is like, I didn't really want to do that, but since you told me to, I guess I had to, and now I'm going to run away so nobody knows what I just did. And runs away. And we never hear from Pindarus again. I don't think. Anyway, so, yeah. So now Cassius is lying dead on a hill, and who happens to enter but Messala and Titinius? And what we find out that's really important here, before we get to tomorrow's monologue, what we find out is that the people down in Cassius's tent were not Antony's army. That was Messala and Brutus's army, because Brutus has been beating back Octavius Caesar's army the same way that Antony's army had been beating back Cassius' army. So Cassius basically just killed himself for nothing. Yeah. And then tomorrow we get to hear from Titinius how he feels about that. I'll see you then for that. Mwah.